So this is plantains, two ways. Don't they look good? The one looks like fried fish, doesn't it? Man, this is going to be good. I'm so excited. Hello and welcome to Chef Carter's Cooking Corner. So today on Chef Carter's Cooking Corner, I am going to be frying some plantains. So first I'm starting by cutting the plantains into pieces here and peeling them if I can. So this one is a little green, so the peel is a little harder to remove. But it will, look, find one spot to get into and I've got it. There we go. The other one is really ripe. So yeah, plantains, they look like bananas, but they're bigger and they're much more hard. They're harder. There we go. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get this one out. Alright, now I got this to deal with. There we go. Look at that. Actually, the ones that have like the darker spots are sweeter. The older a plantain gets, the sweeter it gets. But the younger plantain, they're more starchy. Put that over there. Thinking about trying to compost again. I tried it before, but I don't know, we got a lot of like insects from that and I didn't like that. Alright, so this one's really ripe. And I don't know if you could tell by how it sounded, but it is much more softer than the first one I cut. The peel is hard though. Okay. Let's try this. There we go. The peel on this one is actually thinner too. But it's more leathery. This. Okay, so. Alright, so this right here, I'm going to go ahead and fillet that piece off. Didn't want to come off too easy. So I'll just slice it like you fillet a fish. Fish fillet. No, I don't think I've ever had a fish fillet from McDonald's. Thinking about it. I don't know, like, I don't know. Here in Indiana, a lot of times people catch their own fish from the local lakes and creeks. Yeah, they have a reservoir not too far from me. My dad used to fish there a lot. My brothers still do. Shoot, who knows? Maybe I'll take up fishing again. I haven't fished in a long time. But I used to go fishing almost weekly back in the day. But then I got a little bougie. And it wasn't so much touching a worm as I was getting tired of getting bit by mosquitoes. I didn't like that at all. So okay. Again, this one came off. This one left some stuff behind. So I'm just gonna fillet that off so we don't lose too much plantain. Here we go. And I'm going to clean this up and I'll meet you at the skillet. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put the plantains in the skillet. And I got the skillet on medium low right now, just because we want it to have a chance to cook through. Especially that one that was a little greener. So I'm putting it round side down to begin with, because evidently that's the thing to do. Alright, but I'm a country girl from Indiana. What do I know? I'm sure there are people in the world that know a lot more about cooking up plantains than me. Now ask me about corn, I got you. Alright, so we're going to let this cook up. Alright, I'll be back when we get a little progress. So I think I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more oil. I actually filter my oil. Like, I don't use it just one time. I filter it. And there's the ball sign. Did you know the people that made the Ball canning jars are the same people that started Ball State here in Indiana? It's true. I learned that fact. I was an ambassador at Ball State. I used to help tour people. So I knew all these random facts. But that one I thought was pretty cool. Alright, so I add a little more oil. I'm going to start moving this around a little bit. Wish I had kind of did something with that right there. Alright, so it's kind of stuck. This one isn't. I think the sweeter ones are kind of where they're at. They're not going to move until they've formed kind of a crust. But that one that's starchy, they're actually moving pretty easy. So you could tell the difference. Like the ones that are more yellow, like this one, this one, this one, this one, that's from the really ripe one. And this was from the green one. So they'll actually have different flavors and textures once they're done. Just trying to get a little color on all parts of the banana. I call it a banana. Plantain. Okay, that one does. You see how that one formed a crust, so it's easy to move. This one's not quite ready yet. Oh, this one is. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. Alright. This one has actually got a little burnt on it. It'll come right off though, you see? See how this one is? See that? So once it gets a nice crust on it, it's easy to flip. Let's check this one out. Yeah, the ones that are a little starchier, they're going to have to cook a little longer. I might actually have to smash those. Yeah. This is making me think about Miami. There's this little restaurant in Miami. It's a Cuban restaurant. It's so good. They fry these plantains. They slice them thin, long ways, and then they deep fry them like they're like potato chips. And then they serve them with this garlic sauce. It's just amazing. I'm going to take some of these greener ones out and mash them, so they'll cook all the way through before they get too dark, because I can already tell this is not going to work for them. Let me hurry up and get them out of here. Come on, guys. Alright, I'm going to go mash them. I don't know how. I guess I'll figure something out. Alright, so these right here are getting some nice color. Alright, I need to get a plate ready for that. Alright, so these are definitely ready to come out. You don't want to burn them, for sure. So I'm putting them on a paper towel lined plate. And then I'm going to put a little seasoning. Well, no, I'm just going to put a little salt on them. Keep it simple. Alright, so I already have two mashed. I thought I've smashed this a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and finish mashing these. And you want to mash them quite well. See how thin that is? Just even a little thinner. So you could use a plate, or I'm just using, what do you call it? Storage container. Alright, we're going to smash this one too. Alright, so they're about 1/4 inch thick now. Alright, and I'm going to put these back in the skillet to cook. Alright, so I went ahead and put these in the skillet. And you can see they're frying quite rapidly, even though it's on low. So we want it to cook through before it gets too much color on it. Alright. And so these are going to taste more like a potato in a way. Not quite like a potato, but they're going to be starchier than the ripe ones. But I'm going to say, I do prefer the ripe ones more, although both of them are really good. See, I need some kind of garlic sauce to go with these. You need to have a stronger flavor. Just like potatoes, how potatoes need a lot of flavor. That's the same with the plantains when they are not so ripe, is that they need a little help. But the texture is amazing. And once you get the right spices on there, it's really good. And so I spent a little time in Miami, took some cooking classes there, culinary classes. And although we didn't really learn how to cook this stuff right here, we did industry visits to various restaurants. And then just, on my own, going to different restaurants from the Caribbean and the West Indies where they eat a lot of plantain. So yeah, I am well traveled, been halfway, not quite halfway around the world because the world is really big, but I've seen quite a bit of the West Indies, been to, I guess, Eastern Europe, and although technically England is not part of Europe, we do consider it because it's so close, right? You could take a train to the next country, Yeah, I went to that train ride that goes under the English Channel. It's kind of scary to think because
I always think about that one tragedy that happened, what was that, back in the 90s or early 2000s? I think it was the 90s, where they actually had a train crash under the English Channel, and it was so hard to get people out, you know, because first of all, it's deep, and there's only one way in and one way out. But the ride was cool, and it's like as soon as you get on the train, they start speaking French to you. And it's the same like when you take the train to Spain. They have an overnight train, and as soon as you get on the train, they expect you to speak Spanish. So I have an interesting story about that train ride, but I think I'll save that for another time. Yeah. So we're going to let this cook a little more, and I'll be right back.
Alright, so personally, I like plantains while they're still warm. They're still good. I salted this quite well, actually. So it's going to be like sweet and salty. And you see how easy that cut up? Man, this is taking me back to Florida, to Miami. It's so good. Alright, so I just wanted to eat one while it's still warm. But I'm going to serve some of the others up. I'll be back.
So check it out, they're almost done. I'm just waiting for them to get some more color on the other side. Ooh, there they are. They're done. Don't they look delicious? Alright, I'm going to put some seasoning salt while they're still really hot.
Alright, so I'm going to put some seasoning salt on these bad boys. I know it's a little heavy, but like I said, they need a little bit of help there. But they're good. Okay, they're fresh out. Ooh, I'm scared to touch them. Ooh, hot, hot plantains. Look at that. Don't that look good, y'all? Yeah, so this one looks like fried fish. It's really good. It's crunchy. You hear how crunchy it is? Oh, it's still hot. Oh my gosh, that's really good. The seasoning salt sets it off so well. I think I mentally tricked myself because it tastes like fried fish to me. Well, man, it's really good. Well, that's how you cook plantain, y'all. You know, I may not be the best person to cook it, but this is good. So let me know if you try it. Tell me in the comments. You know, you can send me pictures. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. I have a Discord, but I don't use it. But anyway, but you know, thank y'all for joining me on Chef Carter's Cooking Corner today. And I will invite you to watch more videos, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone. Oh my gosh, this is so good.